Now, the only thing colder than the weather here right now is the PDGA'S new transgender policy. Bazinga. If you want my opinion on what's going to happen with the Natalie Ryan lawsuit, I think it's gonna do nothing for a long time. It's possible that the PDGA has a hole in their, legal stuff that could have been intentionally placed there. I almost find it hard to believe that the PDGA wanted to make this decision. I don't think they did. I think it was kind of what the survey was, to kind of use that to show that it's not just them deciding it, that it's the majority of the PDGA members, that is member driven, is against what the whole transgender thing in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not all the way, but that's kind of why I think they use that survey. Some of it just is a little fishy. It seems a little weird that they would take it that far. Maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe I'm reading too into it. Maybe I'm just paranoid that it'll be reversed real quick, because they'll review it and there'll be other board members that get voted in. And once the whole transgender community gets word of all of this, there'll be an influx of people joining just to defend her. Here's what really gets me. Reality is that I'm not all that great, but I'm good enough to win.
So I knew from the beginning that I was probably going to be good enough to be the ambassador for the sport. I did. That's the reason I'm here, is that confidence is the only reason I made it this far.
So you're not good at disc golf in the men's division, I guess, but you're just good enough to win in the FPO.
I knew from kind of an early spot when I started thinking about playing FPO, even at all, way back in the day, that I was potentially going to be good enough to win tour stops.
You're also saying that your fellow competitors decided they wouldn't work on their games and improve themselves, but instead tear you down. When before you all have said that they were supportive of you.
People don't want us to succeed. For whatever reason, there's a subset of people that don't want to see us succeed, and they will be vocal about it. And I think that it's usually not women disc golfers that are our biggest detractors. I think the women disc golfers are like, yeah, you're just a woman. You miss putts like I do. You make putts like I do. All of those things happen.
Well, when that survey came out, it basically proved to you that what I have been saying is that people are nice to your face because they care about your feelings. They're going to be respectful and nice to your face because that's what you do. That's the polite way to do. Doesn't mean they agree with your stance on what a woman is and the whole transgender thing. They're two different things. And now you're saying that they just need to practice. So it seems like you should just go to MPO and just practice. What are you complaining about? No one said you couldn't play disc golf. This is not an anti-trans agenda to keep transgenders out of disc golf. That is the biggest, most obvious low-hanging fruit cop-out bullshit that I knew was going to be used if it ever came to this. I was surprised that it did. Nobody hates you because you're transgender. If anybody hates you, it's because of your shitty personality. I don't know you personally, but I don't dislike you as a person. I don't even dislike you. I just disagree with your point of view on this whole transgender thing, as do a lot of people. Go play MPO, practice like you act like it's so easy to just get better, even though you are in a completely different body than those women are. You know nothing about what it took for those women in those female bodies to get there. You have no idea what the practice is like in their type of body. Whether there's an advantage or not, it doesn't matter. You are different than them. Biologically speaking, you are different than them. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We all understand this logic, this level that's like being completely ignored by you. And you act like it doesn't exist. And that is why so many people are like, how do you not see that we don't hate you? These are the people that you are treating like shit. They don't hate you. We don't. We just disagree, and we can do that without hate. Yeah, of course there are people that are lashing out because those people are like, they're so fed up with this kind of stuff that it's like they can't control their anger, much like you just couldn't because you lashed out at people. I would stop posting stuff until you've calmed down, or get a PR person on your side to not stick your foot in your mouth, because you really stuck your foot in your mouth there, and I really think that that's going to hurt you when it comes to that lawsuit, because A, you are not being kept from playing in the PDGA in disc golf. You are not kept from it. You can play. Anybody and everybody can go play in the MPO division, and I've been an advocate that that's not fair to force someone into it, but you can't say that they're keeping you from playing. You are saying that it's anti-trans, but it's not. They did open an avenue for you to be able to play, so it is not anti-trans. And as far as the extreme parts of it where you would have had to have transitioned before puberty, that is extreme. I don't think that children should be transitioning at that age, and it's not healthy for them, and that's why there's very few, if any of them at all, that are doing that. And I think it's very bold of the PDGA to take it that far. It's almost like they took it that far on purpose, as well as dropping the 10 animals to 2. I think whatever the average woman is should be there, but I think it would have been fine being 4 to 5 or less, because I mean there are women that have higher levels of testosterone, and if they are higher than that, does that mean that you're going to test all of them? And if one of them is higher than that, and we find out Paige Pierce she's got to start taking testosterone blockers now, just to be able to play where she should be able to be. And I would imagine that they wouldn't force that, because that would be stupid, because any DNA genetic test could prove that Paige Pierce or Katrina Allen, any of them, were born women and are women. So whenever you hear these arguments about that Nova Polite was saying about drug testing, I do think there should be drug testing. But the reason transgenders are being tested is because you're not biologically born women. That is why you're transgender. Otherwise, that would not be a word there, and you could even take that word away, and it doesn't make a difference. We know what you are. You know what you are. That's why they're there. That's why the tests are there. You know this. This shouldn't be a shock to you that you should have to meet some standards to be able to play. Now there's a lot more people speaking up, so hopefully that keeps going. Not to the point where people are being, over the top, hateful and all this stuff on it, but have logic behind what you're saying, and have a reason there's a reason why I said what I've said about Laura, or Natalie, and soon to be Nova, and Chloe Alice. Not just because they're trans, but because of the things they've said, and the lies that they've spread, and just things along those lines are why I don't like them. It's not anything other than that. If they didn't give me reasons to say something about them, I wouldn't say anything. But here we are. So, like, subscribe, all that. Do whatever, but you know the deal. Catch the next one, where I'm going to be talking about Nova Polite, and a little more about whatever transpires from the Natalie Ryan thing. Oh, and sad news, I hear Chloe Alice is not going to be playing disc golf anymore. She's stepped out. I guess she's heard the news, and now she's just done. She can't handle it. No one gives a fuck about Chloe Alice not playing disc golf at all. You hear the tiny violin playing? Yeah.